Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3. Ever notice this weird lamp here? No lampshade tilted to the side? That's weird shit. But yeah, back with another kicking graphic novel trade review. Today we have something from the New 52, but not from the New 52. What? It is Earth 2, Volume 1, The Gathering. Technically a New 52 title, but it takes place on Earth 2 instead of Prime Earth, which is where most of the New 52 takes place. Not Earth 1, because that would be a graphic novel. Earth that has trades. I read Earth 1 and Batman, the first one. I really want to read Earth 1 Superman, actually. But Earth 2... okay, so it starts off, big war with Darkseid and Apocalypse. He invades multiple dimensions, and he's invading this Earth. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, all fighting off parademons, and Superman dies, Wonder Woman gets killed by Steppenwolf, Batman blows himself up to save everybody, Supergirl and Robin get sucked into Prime Earth, where they become Huntress and Power Girl. I really hope that fly doesn't walk on the lens. We'll see what happens. But, so that all goes down, and then a few years go by, Earth's rebuilding, and some new wonders show up. Mercury's dying, gives his power to someone who becomes the Flash. We got a mysterious appearance of Hawkgirl, who we'll find out more about in the next volume. We got Mr. Richie Rich becomes Green Lantern Alan Scott, and Jay Garrick is the Flash in here. The whole reason I started reading this is because I missed the Justice Society, but it's really not like them at all. Very new stuff. Mr. Terrific's in it for a little bit. Terry Salone, who's kind of a mystery in this, but we know he's done something bad. I already know what he did that was bad because I read that annual or whatever. No, it wasn't an annual. It was issue 0. So, but we'll get to that because that's in a trade. Yeah, so they run around saving people. Alan Scott, Green Lantern, is more like Swamp Thing in this continuity, which is actually really interesting. But we'll see more of that because he gets his power from the Earth. He can make plants grow and all this shit. But they have to fight Solomon Grundy, who's more like Anton Arcane than anything. He's an agent of the Grey, like Anton Arcane. So this really is more of a Swamp Thing kind of stuff going on with Green Lantern. So he appears because Green Lantern appears, and the Grey is like, the Earth's gonna die pretty soon anyways, after all this apocalypse stuff, and the way people treat it, and there's this big threat on the way. The Earth's gonna die, so we might as well just kill it our way. That way new life forms can evolve and stuff out of the ashes once the Earth is renewed, and no one will want to take it over. These two flies are fucking... No, they're not fucking. They're just crawling on each other. They're right on the camera. But we also get Atom Smasher. They just call him the Atom in here, and they all team up to fight, but he's trying to take them all in, and apparently Hawkgirl is AWOL from a government program. They're not called superheroes or metahumans here. They're called Wonders, which I think is also pretty cool. Wonder Woman's gods were Roman instead of Greek in this, which are the same gods, just different fucking names. So that was a nice little change. That doesn't really mean anything, but it's different enough to notice it. So Green Lantern goes into the Grey and is like, hey, can you stop this? And they're like, no, we don't want to, fuck you. So then he throws Solomon Grundy onto the moon, where there's no dead matter or anything for him to manipulate. And all these nukes that are headed for DC to destroy Grundy, which wouldn't have worked anyways, he throws them out into space. Pretty much saves the day, almost entirely by himself, but not entirely by himself, because while he was in the Grey, his body was vulnerable to Grundy, who could have killed him, and all the other Wonders kept them off his body. When he was falling back to Earth, because if he gets too, unlike the other Green Lanterns, in the main continuity, if he gets too far from the planet, he'll lose his powers. So he's falling back to Earth. Hawkgirl, sorry, caught him. Then the Flash was like, we should be the new Trinity of Wonders, since Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are dead, you know, we can help people. And Green Lantern was like, no, fuck you guys, I have the most power, I can do this by myself, which almost seemed out of character, but maybe not exactly out of character, I don't know. It's still Volume 1, and there was a big outrage about it when it happened. Alan Scott is gay in this continuity, and I think that's totally fine, good even, you know, more gay representation, and it's an alternate dimension. You can do whatever you want. You can change these characters however you want. It's an alternate dimension. But when I first read this, it seemed like, because sometimes writers will like make a gay character, and then they either won't give them a love interest or will kill off their love interest super fast so they don't have to write a gay character or worry about a gay character. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Fuck you, flies. I live near a lot of cows, and the flies come from the cow shit. But, yeah, so we got all this fucking Earth 2 shit going on. What was I talking about? Oh, gay characters. Yeah. And it seemed like that way to this. Like, Sam was just created to be his motivation, and then, well, no, that's not what I mean to say. Sorry, it's really late. It's like 1 a.m. But Sam, it seems like, was created just to make him gay, so then everyone would be like, oh, he's gay, cool, and then he was just gone, or whatever. It's a Power Ranger. He was just gone. And I was like, this is just one of those times where they're not gonna look into this person's sexuality, and they're not gonna give a gay character the attention they deserve. But I was wrong. Later in these books, their relationship becomes more relevant, and it's also his motivation, just like Batman's parents' death is his motivation, and Batwoman's mother and sister's death are her motivation, and lots of people's deaths, you know, that's the best motivator, I guess. But it's not a bad book. It's not a classic or anything. Like, you could not read this and be totally fine, because it's outside of main continuity, so it's not really affecting anything. Well, it is a little bit, because of Huntress and Power Girl go from there to the continuity, but then they come back. They come back eventually. And that's that. That's that. It's not a bad book. I've read all of Earth 2 except the last 2 volumes of Society, so I can go ahead and tell you guys that it's not a classic run or anything. Like, you could live your entire life without reading this Earth 2 and be fine, but it's not bad either. So that's it. We will be doing all of the Earth 2 stuff, all of Earth 2, all of Earth 2 World's End, all of Earth 2 Society, so all this New 52 Earth 2 stuff will be done. But that is it. We got lots of good art. James Robinson, Nicola Scott, Trevor Scott. I don't know if I should say that's it because I haven't read the back yet. Sorry, it's once again really late. Brave New World. Apocalypse has invaded, and Earth has never been closer to total destruction. In its final desperate hour, the planet's greatest heroes rally to defeat the Parademon army, knowing full well what the ultimate cost could be. This is not the world you're used to. This is Earth 2. Now years have passed, and Earth has rebuilt, but a new, even greater threat looms. Facing utter annihilation, the human race must turn to the most unlikely heroes. Green Lantern, the Flash, Hawkgirl, and the Atom are all familiar faces, but not on this world. Distrusted and unknown, these strangers must stand against the forces of the Grey as it siphons the life from Earth itself. But the Grey's champion and undead Solomon Grundy can't be killed, so how can this new team of heroes hope to succeed? Acclaimed writer James Robinson from Starman and artist Nicola Scott, who's really good, by the way. Birds of Prey reinvent DC's greatest champions for a new age in Earth 2. The Gathering collects issues 1 through 6. I prefer my classic Earth 2, but these guys are cool. I really dig this Green Lantern. To be honest, I think the new way they gave him his powers is really cool. No Starheart, no power battery. His ring, because he had to have like a token, like a totem or something, to channel his power through, and it's the ring he was going to use to propose before his partner died. I thought that was really cool. So yeah, that's it. Thank you all very much. It's like the third time I've said that's it, but this time I mean it. That's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out other cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. We have hauls for single issues, and we review the single issues in the hauls on my Beat the Productions channel, so go check out that vlog channel. I kind of want to make it my main channel, to be honest, because it's not as cluttered as this one. But that's it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all later.